You've probably seen movies, read books, or even heard people talking about what's going to happen at the end of the world. Some people are freaked out, some are skeptical, and some are downright curious. But what if we took a step back and looked at what the Bible actually says about it? So, where do we even begin? The Bible is full of messages about what's to come, but let's zero in on what Jesus said, because his words carry the heart of the matter. He gave some pretty clear warnings about the end times in a section known as the Olivet Discourse, found in Matthew 24, Mark 13, and Luke 21. This was Jesus sitting down with his disciples on the Mount of Olives, giving them, and us, a glimpse of what's going to go down. And let me tell you, he didn't hold back. Jesus starts off by talking about deception. He says, "Watch out that no one deceives you. For many will come in my name, claiming, 'I am the Messiah,' and will deceive many." Matthew 24, 4 through 5. Basically, he's saying that in the end times, people are going to be easily led astray. Think about it. How many times have we seen people follow so-called messiahs or charismatic leaders, only to end up disappointed or worse? It's like everyone's looking for something to believe in, something to give their lives meaning. But Jesus is warning us here. Don't just fall for anything or anyone that sounds good. He's the real deal. Then, he talks about wars and rumors of wars. This is one we're all too familiar with, right? Every other day it feels like we're hearing about some new conflict or tension rising somewhere in the world. Jesus said, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars, but see to it that you are not alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come." Matthew 24:6. He's not telling us this to scare us. In fact, he's saying the opposite. Don't be afraid. Wars, conflicts, and turmoil are part of the bigger picture. But they're not the end. They're signs, but there's more to come. Now here's where it gets even more real. Jesus mentions famines, earthquakes, and natural disasters. And let's face it, we've all seen a lot of that lately too. Earthquakes in unusual places, devastating floods, fires. It's like the whole earth is groaning. Jesus says, there will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of birth pains. Matthew 24, 7-8. Notice that phrase, birth pains. He's comparing these events to labor pains, meaning they're signs that something new, something big, is about to be born. These disasters don't mean everything is over. They mean we're moving closer to something incredible. But it's not just about the physical world. Jesus also warned about how people's hearts would change. He said that, because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold. Matthew 24:12. Think about that for a second. In a world where people are constantly chasing their own desires, where everyone's out for themselves, it's easy for love to take a back seat. Compassion, empathy, kindness, they all start to fade. We see it happening around us, don't we? People are more divided, angrier, and quicker to judge than ever before. It's like the more connected we get, the more distant we feel. But Jesus doesn't leave us without hope. In fact, he gives us a powerful message about endurance and faith. He says, "The one who stands firm to the end will be saved." Matthew 24:13. It's like he's telling us, hold on, don't give up. Yes, the world is going to get tough. Yes, things might seem darker than ever, but don't lose heart, because those who remain strong in their faith, who keep loving, who keep trusting, those people will be saved. But here's where things get interesting. Jesus says, when these things begin to take place, stand up and lift up your heads, because your redemption is drawing near. Luke 21:28. That's such a powerful statement. He's not saying to hide in fear or panic. He's saying, look up, get ready. Because the end isn't just about judgment or wrath, it's about redemption. It's about Jesus coming back to make things right, to bring peace, and to restore everything to how it was meant to be.